a long stretch of filth, of waste at the shore of Tema Manhean within the Dade Agbo electoral area. How come we are overseeing this situation? Cholera, diarrhea, just name them. And look through as the little children are playing all around. You and I should know the implication. How are we able to achieve some of the goals of the sustainable development goals related to sanitation? The assembly member is here to answer a few questions. See the little children. Nyaba, nyaba. Baby, nyaba. Where are you going?
Baba show.
Mini shamo ineke, mini fio.
Baba one show.
Okay. Welcome.
Thank you.
You're overseeing filth.
Sure.
You're the assemblyman.
Sure.
Are you happy watching on several miles of filth, refuse?
No, I'm not happy to that, but this has been there for a decade, and we are seeing how best we can manage. A decade? Yeah, it has been there since. Okay, so we are seeing how best we can manage and then bring, have a clean seashore here. But this issue is not caused by the good people of Dade Agbo. Maybe we may contribute some, but we are not the 100%.
It's important you are saying you may contribute some, and it appears indeed the community also contributes to the issue.
We may contribute some, but
you contribute.
Yeah, our contribution is not up to 20% of it.
But you contribute.
Yes,
we must acknowledge.
We contribute some, but this is how the thing is. Some come from the seashore. Those our vessels that they have been going to fishing, because we don't have this thing. I know they have beach cleaners, those sea cleaners that they have vessels that they do cleaning at the top. When the sea get food, it will bring more waste. Look at here, you will see more bottle, empty bottles. Majority of us here don't use the bottled water. So where did they come from? And when you look at the other side, when the entire community, not even only Tema Newtown, but some parts of communities. I quite remember I heard one of the musicians say, Ukita in Ra in the Fakotema East. He used to compose music, Ukita in Ra in the Fakotema East. That means this is
East then becoming a den of rubbish.
Yes, of course. And in my electoral area, we don't have the Zoom Lion track that we put our dustbins in. And moreover, in other electoral area, we have 7 electoral areas in the community. The other electoral, let me say, we have 5 electoral areas that they have the tanks, they have the bins, but they don't pick it on time. So sometimes it can be there more than 3 months, that is full up, and they don't pick it up. So the people, the neighbor communities, they also bring their refuse to the seashore. And this has been a problem that we are trying our best to solve, but it's not easy for us to go there unless, I think we have the tall bodies have to come in. Because it's bigger than me. If you see the project, it's bigger than me, the assembly member. As I said, I do mention of Asunjwe Fie. If you have time, we can go to Asunjwe Fie. And then you see how best the strategy I've adopted to clean the beaches. I know I cannot do it all on my own, so I give it to people who wanted to do some small thing. Then I will give you a portion that you take the mandatory that we give to you is that make sure that that place is clean. It wasn't easy when Asunjwe Fie is putting up his spot. It wasn't easy for Asunjwe Fie. Challenges from the community, but as we speak now, Asunjwe Fie is one of the best beaches in the community that we go there to refresh our mind.
So at least the assembly member has done something positive which is worth highlighting and commending, and it becomes necessary for higher authorities to come in and join hands with him or assist him to complete or finish up what he started to clear the filth here, because it's not just a spot for rubbish but also for open defecation. So from a distance I could see a little child squatting, and also I could see feces all over, toilets all over. Just now my cameraman has even stepped in one of the stools, the toilet. So this is what we are saying. You could see his shoes in the shorts now. It's difficult even walking through. If you don't walk through with care, you may end up soiling yourself, and that's what exactly my cameraman has experienced.
I wanted to say something about the open defecation. This is my first year as an assembly member in this community, so you know there's a whole lot of pressure on me to see that I deliver to my people. I have a connection with Unilever company, which is in Tema here. We wrote a proposal for them that we need a public toilet for the good people of Dadiagbo. They have responded to us officially. They gave us letter. It's supposed to be complete last year because we gave them around September that we gave them the proposal. But God being so good, they call us during December. They call me in December and assure me that if God willing, we have abundant public toilet there. That they have assured us that they will come and they will not they'll demolish it and then build new one for us. So we are looking forward to them. And I wanted to take this opportunity to plead to Unilever that we really need them to come and save us from this bad situation that we are in. So if they get opportunity to watch this documentary, they should remember that at Diagbo, we are still looking up to them. They promised us that they will start this January and that we are hoping that they will come to our aid.
Okay. So 2-in-1 problem, the rubbish and open defecation. I understand there is an abandoned public toilet. So as there aren't household toilets, residents ideally will be resorting to the public toilets. But here we have the situation where the public toilet is also abandoned. Let's get there and see what the situation is. From Dadiagbo electoral area within Tema Manhean, within Tema East constituency of the Tema Metropolis. Gabriel ni obodai togba shong kwa osunu ni atopra atunam, doing this with Kiki Brown. Come along. The site of the abandoned public toilet, and from a distance I could see it's become a storeroom. Yeah, so it feels some way to be here. So just see some of the items here. My cameraman is coming in, so you first see that indeed it's a public toilet. You could see water closet, numbered from 1 to 6, so it has 6 rooms. But now it's become a store place. What's the population of the electoral area?
The population of the electoral area is closely to 9,000 population.
9,000?
Yes, please.
And how many public toilets do we have here?
We have 3 public toilets.
3 public toilets serving 9,000 population in an area where majority of them, if not all, virtually, do not have household toilets in their homes.
Sure.
So how are you coping? That's then resulting in the open defecation we highlighted earlier. 9,000 people within Dadiagbo electoral area. I understand about 7,000 people registered to vote.
Yes,
so for how long has this public toilet been shut?
It has been shut almost more than 10 years now.
More than 10 years?
Yes, please. That is public toilet has been shut. And you know, so that
what is it being used for currently?
Currently is
because I could see some items.
Yeah. Some people have been keeping their chairs and others there, so it's used like storeroom.
Okay. I understand a church even keeps items there.
Yes, please. A church keep their items there.
Oh, a church keeping items in a defunct or an abandoned toilet facility. But the church could also support in building a modern public toilet for the residents, yeah?
This church is young, one-man church, as you know. You can see it's even plastic chairs. But the hope that we have is all on the Unilever issue that I told you earlier.
What about the Unilever project?
Unilever has assured us that they are coming in for the project this month. So we are still counting on them and hoping that they will come and then help us out. Because majority of the people in this electoral area are not happy of the open defecation. But as one of the community members said, when you go to the public toilet, the queue over there, and then sometimes you need to ease yourself quick, otherwise disgrace may follow. Maybe I, being an assembly member, has been able to secure Gamma projects, that Gamma house toilets. I've been able to secure one. Some people in the community have been able to secure, but not all of them that has been able to secure that project. So that leads to open defecation in my community.
So the Gamma project is about improvement of sanitation within the Greater Accra metropolitan area. So it goes beyond the Tema metropolis. But initially, it was even coded toilet at half price, where the state and its partners will pay 50% of the cost, and then the interested party, usually the resident, would also pay half the price to have a household toilet built for him or her, or for the household. You can continue.
Sure. Yeah, so that is it. As for, by God grace, me being an assembly member, I've been able to secure one. And some people wish to secure, but the space to build it is another problem. So what can bring this issue down for us is the abandoned toilet has to be renovated, or even not renovated. For Unilever, they assure us of new complete toilets. So we are looking up to them. We are pleading to them that they should come to our aid. So far as they have promised us and they have responded to our proposal that we wrote to them, we are pleading to them that they should respond to us. We'll be very glad and happy. The community will jubilate when they see the project begins. They are not happy about the open defecation. That's the reality on the grounds. They are not happy about the open defecation. But we don't have any choice.
Okay.
It's difficult. And then when it comes to like that, maybe being an assembly member, you cannot also force the law too much, because you know what you need to do before you also force the law. If you have been able to secure, if we have created enough public toilets for them, they wish to have the Gamma toilet, but they don't have space. Those who even have space also have challenges with money. So when we help them out with this public toilet, I think from there we can start educating them on the open defecation, how best we can do to come together and end the open defecation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Tema Manhean residents feel they haven't been fairly treated. Tema Manhean is the indigenous settlement within the Tema metropolis. And if you know the history of Tema, the indigenous people, those that are staying within this enclave, were relocated from their ancestral settlement not too far from here to pave way for the Tema port. And in constructing the port, then several communities were officially created. Bungalows, estates were developed. And today, as we speak, their community is one of the poorest you can locate in Accra. And this is the situation they find themselves in, aside from the improved communities that lay just in front of theirs, their poor condition. There are major corporations in Tema. What are they using their corporate social responsibility for? Or could it be that the problems in Tema are way enormous, especially in Tema Manhean, are way enormous such that their corporate social responsibility that they discharge every year is unable to tackle basic communal challenges like providing public toilets or addressing sanitation across the communities? They should engage our minds carefully at the governmental level and within the private sector, and also amongst the residents. What best can we do to improve the situations here? We are not ending here. We are just about wrapping up, but the assemblyman is leading us to what he has started doing about the situation. It's something he highlighted at the beachfront. But we want to get there to verify exactly what he said he started. Then we end it all. Shall we move on?
Thank you.
Okay. You are still on Community Watch here on Metro TV with me, Gabriel Niobodayato Pra Atunam Togbo Ashon, and we've come to the beachfront again in our bid to see how best Tema Beach could be cleaned up to look tidy, to befit its name as the port city of the nation. Obviously, in addition to the Takoradi port city, we have our assembly member who has been with us from the beginning, and also Nana Asumdwe. He owns the Asumdwe facility here. So before we start, we understand that you are embarking on a sanitation project here. But first off, what is the Asumdwe facility? Your place, what's it about?
It's about a beach resort.
Okay.
First, we do to go Paradise Beach, sometimes Akumono or Five Beach to enjoy ourselves. But for now, when Asumdwe Papa discover Asumdwe, people around here, mostly we don't even go to the other places again. We do enjoy here. And so many other things. Sometimes you can organize program here. Maybe artist night or DJ's night, or sometimes when you want to do let's say outdoor or even wedding programs, you can come and do it here because of the cleanup exercise that we have done here.
Okay. So this is a business a youngster has started at Asumdwe Resort. It's a modest but promising place. This isn't deliberately promoting the place, but if someone, a youngster, is striving hard to bring something positive and to employ people and bring a recreational point, it's worth also highlighting. But more importantly, how he has also, together with the assemblyman, realized the need to improve sanitation within the neighborhood. So this place wasn't like this some time back. Okay, I'll come back to you, but like I asked, it wasn't like this before.
No, it wasn't like this. It was in the bar situation like what we just saw at the back, the one that you just saw. But I was there during our campaign. I met the Asumdwe Fie owner, and he was like, "Charlie, we can do something out of this mess." And I was like, "Yeah, what do you think we can do?" He owns the idea, so I just wanted to know what he wants us to do. So he came up with the idea, and that I have to do is that maybe that assembly member support him, sing the assembly, and then try my possible best that the community will also understand the dream that he has. Okay, sanitation is the problem here, and if somebody has an idea of making the community clean, and not just making it clean, but making profit from the dirty that we have been seeing. So I threw all my support to him, and I've been coming here more time to check up what is doing. And let me tell you, it has been a great job, and this is the place that maybe I will use to clear my mess.
Okay. That at least you've managed to partner him to clear up the refuse and then established Asumdwe Fie. But just as we speak, from a distance we could see an elderly woman who is openly defecating. So this should be a worry to you, a young businessman. You are creating your Asumdwe Fie, and then we are seeing an elderly woman defecating from a distance. How do you feel?
I do worry though, but this thing started way back before I was even giving birth. And bet me, I not get easy doing this job here.
Tell us more.
I can tell you more, but it's like you are pointing your left hand to your daddy's house, or how do you say it? So I can't tell you more. As you yourself, you have seen it. Sanitation is what we need here most.
Okay. So going forward, what do you think should be done so sanitation here is improved? Because you've tried your best, but even as we are seated here, I still could see pockets of refuse around. What do you think should be the best solution going forward?
The best solution is I want to organize a program. The program name is Keeping Tema Town Beaches Clean. Which,
so he even has a plan, keeping Tema Town Beaches clean, a campaign or a project. Tell us more about keeping Tema Town Beaches clean.
Yeah, we want to organize a demonstration, serious demonstration.
Okay.
Yeah. From two, I don't know if you know the names we have here. We have two.
Okay.
Here is called Ajuai and you.
Okay.
So from two to you, I want to gather all the young boys, at least those who have the sound mind that we need sanitation at the beach side. So we can organize a serious demonstration, and the demonstration name is Keeping Tema Town Beaches Clean.
When are you going to organize this demonstration? Which timeline, fairly, even if you don't have the date?
I have the date, but I want to confirm my cinema to confirm it.
In 1 month's time, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months?
All depends on my...
Honorable, when are you embarking on this massive demonstration with your placards to make a statement to leadership that you need to come together, the leadership and then the constituents or the residents? When are you looking at having this demonstration?
We are still planning it. As I said, it will not be later than 2 months, but we'll embark on it very soon. We need to sit down as team and then see how best we can go. I believe that development in the community does not only depends on the assembly member, but it depends on all the members in the community. I'm just a rep of them at the assembly, but they contributed, like they also contributed towards the development.
What do you also have to add up?
Okay, well, my name is Samuel Ning Tete Sankamakwe.
Okay.
And to better what my man is saying, sanitation here has been very poor. And by the help of the assemblyman here and my brother here, you know, they have come up with a very good idea to at least to keep the situation here. So we are still helping, pleading with the assembly to come to our aid so that we keep the situation. Looking at the refuse here, it doesn't sound good. And with the aborcity here, it doesn't tally. So we are still begging or pleading with the assembly to come to our aid so that we keep the situation.
Are you joining the demonstration?
Oh yes. You know, with me, I'm the financial secretary for the Patriotic Citizens Association of Tema. Okay. And our aim is to help fight and keep all situations that we need to keep. Besides, as a youngsters, it is our duty to do what our parents couldn't do. So to use this opportunity to plead with our chiefs and the elders in this town that they should listen to the youth so that whatever we think it is right, and if we need their support, they should be ready to support.
Right. They should be ready to offer. Here are young people determined to make a difference, and we hope that other relevant stakeholders would join in to support them. It shouldn't get to the level of demonstration before, you know, the leadership will do what is needful. We are not also always then calling on government, but we know it is a collective responsibility and also about attitudinal change. So much as we are calling on government, I am also pleading with the people of Tema that let's ensure that we keep our communities clean. When we are called upon, well, I'm being told that we should place emphasis on Tema Newtown residents. We should try as much to also help our leaders. We should stop throwing the refuse into the gutters. We should stop throwing the refuse at the seashore. When we throw them out like that, where do we want them or think it's going to end up? It goes nowhere. But staying in our community with us and then being the cause of our woes, of diseases, and also making our various communities unhygienic. That shouldn't be the way forward for us. Well, me panye fen fai ake wasuban ni wa ke ha akuchu emlin fale fi mo nye ha wo kwa ni wo pa eja keke choko mepe ko yo ekun. Okay, so let's do this together and then we can live happily ever after. My name is Gabriel Niobodaya Topra Atunam Togbo Ashon, and this time around I want you to mention your full name.
Okay, my name is Honorable Joshua Tei Aguda. Okay. Yeah, and I will use this opportunity also to thank Community Watch. I invited them and I wasn't expecting that it will come out with a good result like this. God richly bless them, and we plead to the sponsorship of Community Watch that they should keep on sponsoring them, because if Ghana wanted to see a brighter future in our sanitation problem, I believe this is the #1 key that we can use to campaign against it. Thank you very much, and thank you
uncle, for visiting us.
All right. So when you mention or call me uncle, I feel too old. Right. So we end it all here on this interesting note. We are inviting partners. You know, if you are a sanitation institution, you can partner to support the people here, and we will highlight your effort. You could also be a sponsor of the Community Watch show as we all help or support to make our communities better. Please remember to follow me on Facebook. My name there is Gabriel Ni Obodai Togbo Ashon. Follow and like my page for more exclusives like this. Continue watching Community Watch on Metro TV every Tuesdays at 8:30 and a repeat on Saturdays at 5:30. If you have related challenges or good initiatives you are embarking on, feel free and invite the Community Watch team so we can highlight them for the world to see. So together, collectively, we make our communities safe and better. Call us via 0241 431035. Appreciation to my cameraman, Kiki Brown. Kiki Brown has been the man of the day. We've done 2 episodes in one day, and he has been at the far front with the heavy camera. So thank you, and your boss, Leonard Nikwe. Joseph Rimpon, my visual editor, special thanks to you, and as well to my graphic designer, Jeff, regards to you, and the production assistant, my indefatigable Rosemary Koko Anyigba. We wrap up with a music from a group of young people from Teshi, led by one of their leading composers called Agash. Agash will be saying that Akakawa yensho na don game fe esaninya no shishie
Fale ya shila mwega gamaga nuju magweba ega wofe wana tiafi ya washame gamaga nuju magweba ega wofe wana tiafi ya washame kajoma le bagofa konimbo kajoma le bagofa konimbo le agagawa Sani wanu sisi kelele ketan kulumba bamba kulaji mangolo agagawa yensona do agamefe sani wanu sisi kelele ketan kulumba tan la kulaji mangolo ajimangolo agagawa yensona do sani wanu sisi emene wa aganake ige fale ya shila mwega emene wa aganaka ige fale ya shila mwega gamake nuju makweba ofe wanati ave ewasiame gamake nuju makweba ofe wanati ave ewasiame kajema leva Agagawa do Gele lula ji mangolo lele agagawa